air, water, earth, fire. You've heard the stories of avatars Kyoshi, Roku, Aang, and Korra. But it's time for new stories to be told. In every era, there are those who threaten the balance of the world, and those who seek to maintain it. With danger looming around every corner, what new stories await, and what heroes will rise to the challenge? Hi everyone, welcome back to Avatar Legends: Legacy of Heroes, Arc 2, the Roku Era. I am your GM, Josh. I am again joined by my friends Oz, Morgan, Cass, and Megan. If you're not caught up to where we're about to start, bad news. But good news is you can always go back and watch the previous session. However, if you want to know why this isn't a more enthusiastic restart or intro, Oz is gonna fill you in on what happened last time.
It's so sick that I'm doing the recap.
You volunteered.
No, I was the last one. I volunteered to do last time, and then Megan was like, I'll do it. I was like, okay, cool. And then, so the reason why it's sick that I'm doing the recap, we began fighting with the Emerald Bears, unlocking a bit of Rorik's past, arguing with Rorik's terrible ex with a southern accent. Kienren got the hostages out of there and got Bison back into camp. And as soon as our gang was trying to make their escape, a spear lodged with, and I quote, a sickening thunk into Bison's neck. And that's where we left off.
Yep.
Rorik's arm is still down,
Yeah.
and Rorik can't heal him.
And if I roll high enough.
But yes, so we start at seeing the spear protruding out of Bison's neck. You're all currently on Bison. Bison lets out a huge roar of pain, slaps his tail down on the ground, and immediately takes off. You all on him. It's a very shaky ride as you fly through the night. I feel like thematically it's appropriate that a giant rainstorm starts to happen now. Thunderstorm and everything.
Hold on. We are flying?
Now you are, yeah. He took off the moment the spear hit him.
We are riding Bison with a spear in his neck?
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think Kienren is even trying to steer Bison. I think Kienren is full panicking, assessing the spear wound. Not gonna try and yank it out while we're flying, but
as you fly, yet again, it's very shaky. There's rain coming down. There's some lightning in the distance, and so on. Bison eventually gets you far enough away to where you have a good amount of time before anyone could find you again. If you were followed, before finally collapsing, sort of crash landing into a not a clearing. He kind of knocks down some trees that creates a clearing. As he lands and sort of slumps to his side, breathing heavy, with the spear still in his neck.
I assume we go tumbling off.
Yep.
Kienren, covered in mud and dirt, scrambles back over to Bison.
At this point, anyone who has been chi blocked is full back. You've got your bending and everything back up at this point because you've had enough time away in that desperate flyaway.
Where are we all standing?
Probably around Bison. You all just kind of fell off him.
Rorik, how you feeling? Are you concerned about Bison or focusing on Bison? Or are you looking at something else?
Of course, I'm focusing on Bison.
Okay. I want to shake your arm and go, can you heal him? Can you heal him?
I can try.
Roll with focus to rely on skills and training.
So stressed out.
Can I give help action somehow?
Help is only applied after the roll to find out because it's just the singular +1. So
Okay.
did you roll a singular dice?
No.
Oh, okay. I just heard one thunk and I was.
No, I only heard one too.
They both landed at the same time. Anyway, I got a 10, 11.
11? Yay! You start to do your waterbending healing. It's still learned. You can actually move into practice now if you'd like. As you.
Wait, it was already in. Whoa! It was already in practice.
It was already in practice? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll take it as mastered. Then you can put it to mastered for healing up Bison.
We loved that for last session.
I just
Cameron
realized.
watches Rorik heal, kind of pushes up to. I assume Bison's on the side with the spear up.
Yeah.
Kind of pushes up and puts hands on the spear. He's like, Rorik, I have to take this out. Are you gonna be okay to heal him if I pull this out?
I hope.
Kenren pulls.
Right. You pull the spear out. Bison yet again. Oh my god, hat. Bison lets out a cry of pain because, of course, something coming out of him.
Immediately drops the spear and gets back to Bison's face and is just doing the horse whisper. Just the shushing noise that horse whispers do. That Discord won't pick up me doing.
Rorik gets to continuing on with their healing. Oh. And is able to close the wound fully around Bison. Who just kind of lets out a very tired is the wrong word, but it's the best descriptor I can think of. Tired sort of growl before closing his eyes. Yeah, exhausted. Thank you. That's better. Exhausted growl before he closes his eyes.
Is he alive?
As far as you can tell, yes. The wound is
Can I
closed.
feel for Bison's pulse?
Yeah. How do you feel a pulse?
I mean, I imagine the neck is a good area.
I'm gonna say yeah. You can feel a pulse. He's of course because of the flying and everything lost a lot of blood, but the wound is closed, so he isn't gonna be hurting any. He's not gonna get any worse than currently is.
Okay,
It's just very. It's faintish in the way of like, he just had a lot of blood loss. Kind of deal.
Okay.
But now you are in a makeshift clearing that has been caused by a lot. You're gonna be found at some point, but if you have any fatigue, any conditions, you can clear them. Easy enough.
I'm not angry anymore. However, I am angry.
But yeah, if you have any statuses, they're also cleared as well.
Ooh. I think Kenren just starts slowing down the petting of Bison's face as he's nodding off. Doesn't look at anyone. Just kind of has this like shell-shocked, distant look in her eyes. They're going to find us. And I don't know what we're going to do when they do.
Well, there is one thing that we have over them. One of the rules of the Emerald Bear is they can't bend. So unless they're willing to break their own rules, we have that over them.
I would like to remind you that one person without bending almost schooled you.
Joshua, now is not the time for your input.
I mean, I was about to say the same thing in character, so it's just
Tienrin, all of you. Listen,
we need more than bending. If they've proven any one of their points, it's proven that. We need a plan. We need to be ready. I don't think Bison's going to be able to move before they find us.
well, I should have never gotten you guys involved in this.
I don't think that's the takeaway.
I also don't know what else we could have done to
I
not
don't
get
know what
involved.
else we could have done, but now we have time. We can make some sort of plan.
Well, do you have any ideas?
Not
I
at
mean,
this time.
I mean, the last time that we defeated someone who was really a lot stronger than we thought, we set out booby traps.
It's worth a shot.
That's true.
I mean, I know it's not much and we're in a clearing, but well, hold on. Josh, is there grass? Like, I'm. How tall is this grass?
You're surrounded by. You're basically in a forest. You're surrounded by trees that are fairly high up.
It's a small bison-made clearing.
This bison crashed into like at least two of those trees to knock them down enough to make a clearing.
Okay. How close are we to that town, or do we not get very far?
You got further south.
Okay.
So we passed the town.
Okay.
Well, the town was north, so you went even further away.
Oh,
okay,
good.
Gotcha.
We also have my sister. I don't think Jara, she can't possibly value getting information on their little cult more than she values my life, our lives.
I took her to the town. I don't think we can get to her and back.
Mm.
Especially without Bison.
True. Are any of them benders, Rorik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind they are in case they do decide to break the rules?
Yeah. Dak is a waterbender.
Oh.
And Jero is a fire
Yep.
bender. Yeah. It's a firebender and a waterbender. And if anyone else gets involved, then there's other elements.
So the clear strategy here is we can't let them get too close.
Right. I can make like walls fairly reliably, but we need to like corner them for me to do that.
I mean, I can make a wall of fire to get them to stay in one spot.
True. That's a good idea.
The key's one of my moves.
I mean, Cameron, we could try doing what we did
I was
before.
going to say the box.
We can make a box.
We could try the suffocation box again on more worthy opponents.
We just again have to make sure they stay in the box while I'm making the box.
Yes.
Could you keep them trapped, like with wind? Like if they tried to climb up it, could you like blow them back down?
I could try.
Okay. Rourke, what do you think? What would stop?
Ice.
Oh, ice, yeah.
Maybe.
It's one more thing for them to get through.
I gotta pull up my backstory.
Some of y'all also got new technique rolls that specifically are designed for keep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Yes, double check. I only
Shields, perhaps?
There are at least 2 kinds of shields that were given.
Right.
But those are, of course, learned techniques, not practiced or mastered.
Right. Josh, just like mechanical question. So stone shield, I could block somebody else from getting hurt. It's not just myself, right?
Remember where I got, and it says I can't spell. It's in the book. It's in the Republic City somewhere.
Oh no, Josh.
I'm just gonna have to
I can read it to you too because I have the picture.
Wait, I just found. I should be able to. Yeah, there we go.
I have.
Yeah, you or someone else. Yep.
Okay, and when it says it remains in place but only blocks the first attack in each exchange, right?
Board it each exchange. Yep. The shield cannot move and is not destroyed by an attack. It remains in place until you decide it comes down. You can elect to use the raw material in the wall, reducing it cost by. So it's kind of like, when Aang was fighting Ozai, that little sphere he made out of the dirt. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
It was right before he started doing Avatar State stuff.
I can blow them back after they hit me, but I would ideally prefer they not. I don't think hiding is an option.
Right.
No.
I don't know if there's a way to hide Bison.
I mean,
Wait, Rourke, are any of them earthbenders? If I made us a little hill like we did before for the kids, could we hide under the hill or would they like sense that we're there?
I only know 1 or 2 earthbenders.
Okay.
The group.
We could, I could try to make us a little hill to give us more time after we set traps.
That could work.
I
I
think-
could go. What if I went ahead to see if I can stall them while you guys set up?
Yeah.
Mm,
Do you
Then
feel-
run looks at Bison again.
We can do this from a distance away from Bison.
I think
And I
we
can
should
lead
take the fight to
them.
them. I want to keep them away from Bison, and I think the best way to do that is to give them the fight they're looking for without them coming near here.
So, say, could you put like a hill around Bison so that nobody can go around Bison, and then we can figure out a place that's a little closer?
I think that's a good idea to try to protect Bison.
I would appreciate
Okay. Josh, would that be focus?
Yes, it would be
Okay. Good.
in training.
13.
Yeah, nice little
My
hills.
good.
I guess more of a valley is created, just centering around Bison. That gives him a full wide protection type deal.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave Kai there and give him instructions of if anything comes to try and hurt Bison to come warn us.
Kai's tongue flicks out, licks your cheek, and then scurries over to Bison.
Rourke, I
got?
know this is personal to you. So if I would prefer knowing now, so I can have it in mind, how against us killing these guys are you? Because if you don't say the word, I'm going to take his head off. Whoever did this to Bison,
What happens will happen. But if we're going to kill them, I want to be the one to do it.
Dak is all yours.
Um, see, it's hard.
If you say no, I will do my very best to honor that.
It's hard because these people they weren't always like this.
Kienren swallows an argument. He's like, okay, I will
That
do my best to control my temper.
Dak was my aunt. Joro was my best friend. But things are different now. So we gotta stop them one way or another. And then we're just kind of lost away to like stand alone to process.
All right. So Rourke walks off. Did the rest of you go about doing the setting up traps plan?
Yeah.
I want to send something cheesy and funny, not necessarily funny. Something cheesy before I go to set up traps. I wonder if I can do this. Is it possible to send like a little? Because I know when I was with my sister, I made paper cranes. Can I send a little paper crane towards Rorik? Just saying that, say, something along the lines of like, I know this is really hard, but just know we got your back. And we love you.
Roll with focus.
Why don't you go over and comfort him, Enya?
Because you got
What?
stuff
I
to
know he wants
do.
alone time.
Alone
Hell
time.
yeah. That's a 13.
Oh yeah, even with the rain, the paper crane gets over to Rourke.
That took you a long time.
I'm sorry, I can't math.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I think we kind of forgot that it
My
was
brain
raining.
is dead from today.
Yeah, so yeah, even with the rain, you're able to get the paper crane over easy, and you disperse. Where exactly are you setting up traps? Sort of.
So we flew south.
Yes, you head essentially south because Bison just kind of took off wherever.
I imagine the northward part of the clearing
Okay.
is sort of where we're starting to go. The woods north of the clearing.
Yeah.
Say full surround, just in case they try to come.
Solid idea. Start north. Ooh, we could. Mm,
Hmm?
we could split up.
Again. No. Do we want to do like a half moon or do we want fully surround?
Full surround. These people are crafty.
Okay.
I'll
Rourke, none of
go.
them can. Oh, I guess Rourke's gone. Never mind. I guess I just ask whoever's next to me. Like, none of them can fly, right?
Are any of them an airbender?
Well, even just, I guess,
You-
like, zooping through the trees. Because I can make a bunch of holes in the ground, but if they can just.
Mm,
I mean, that can get rid of like some of them, I assume.
Okay.
what if you make the trees unsteady?
Like,
Oh,
Like if they
do
land
holes.
on it, can't.
Yeah. How deep are tree roots? How deep would those holes have to be?
Depending on
Who
the
said you
tree.
had to do anything with the roots? Just do a little chip chop tree.
Oh, true. Could you air bend, like air knife the
I
tree?
don't see why not.
Yeah, you'll just have to simple rolling with focus to rely on skills and training. Except for one
I
of
mean, if
you.
that's
The firebender has to roll with passion because it is raining right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, I got an
What
8
should I-
plus 2, 10.
10? That's enough to make like a bunch of cuts in trees, yeah.
Thank you.
I got another 13. 6,
Dang.
5, and 2.
Alright.
it's raining.
Yeah, Rourke has a lot of
What?
options.
Ah, nice.
you fuck them up. Fuck them up.
Rourke's a bloodbender now. Just drop them.
Oh, oh.
Doesn't exist yet for another at least 50 years.
We don't know that she invented it.
Yeah, maybe
Fair enough.
Rorik did.
Yeah, how'd she learn it, right?
Well, we have that story. She just started practicing
That's
on
true.
rats.
Somebody else could have done that.
We have an unreliable narrator there.
That's true.
That's our villain arc thing where the water.
Villain arc is Rorik invents bloodbending.
All waterbenders season where
Oops,
everyone
all bloodbenders.
we're offered the chance to learn it and we all say yep.
Just go
Yes,
about
sir.
a real political puppet situation where you're just finding all the politicians and
It's
being like,
literal.
yeah.
Okay, awful.
So I got
Man, remember how
high
Tyson was
rolls.
dying at the beginning of this episode?
So I got high rolls from the Airbender and the Earthbender, Firebender.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Okay, that's a 12.
know.
Hey.
What is your contribution, by the way? Because you never mentioned it. What you planned on doing for the traps.
Just trapped. We didn't give contribution to the last time we put up traps. We just said we homed alone it.
No, there was
Oh, you
some thought to it.
You could burn all the
Barely.
leaves so they can't hide in the trees.
Ooh, that feels like.
Yeah.
You know what? Go
There's
for it.
fire.
I'm just gonna.
We don't have to think about the long-lasting deforestation effects.
Well,
Just
that
the
was
leaves.
also-
That's okay.
Mia kind of cringes at that. Anyway.
But are you burning the leaves?
Isn't that
But
just
are you-
gonna send a signal where we're at?
Yeah.
Like a flare.
I mean, we're
my-
already getting ready for them.
Right, but we don't want to give them exactly where we're at.
Okay, then go a little distance away and light that on fire.
Just a raging fire.
I use my air to spread the fire.
I do have some. I could like set little fire bombs like everywhere.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just
Oh,
little.
if you
Oh,
put
you
some
can
in
also
the
weaken the
holes,
tree trunks with like what I'm doing with the air slash, but like burning.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good idea.
Right? You set all that up? You set all
Well,
around you?
Hold Cass. You
Yeah.
had something.
Rourke was off in the... Well, is just kind of
Mark
standing
is
alone.
being broody.
I'm having an emotional moment.
Rourke is
Though I
Batman.
can still help with putting traps up.
Roll...
So we all take a direction.
You know what? One of the traps should be.
Hmm.
Hear me out. Zay, you make a pit. Okay? At the bottom of the pit, there's spikes.
I love it.
Oh, true. I know rock column. I could make a bunch of pokey columns.
Exactly.
Oh, we're inventing the punji pit?
Yeah.
We're inventing the war. Okay.
I don't know why you said we. Technically, it's Megan's category of stuff now. Because of the spikes.
This is a collaborative effort.
Punji
Cass and Megan
Discussion.
together have created the Punchy Pit.
Megan is creating. We're all part of the brainstorm.
Hold on, it was my idea.
Rourke
Well-
shouts it across the field.
It's you. It was Cass's idea. Megan made it, and then Oz walked up and like, you should call it this, and then walked away.
Pumpkin is the real name for it.
Yeah,
is.
just the real name for salad is salad. What's your point?
I'm killing myself.
But so do you all split up to make the traps, or do you make them all like together, moving around?
I think we're all just going around in the circle, right?
Just doing.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's better kind of right now to stick together because we don't know if anything's gonna like pop out, and I'm afraid of splitting the party.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you're
fucking
setting
not.
the bombs. We should follow you. So we know where they are.
At the bottom of the pits, duh.
God.
Spikes and bombs.
I don't think there's a name for a bomb pit.
Everyone roll with harmony.
Dash com.
Harmony, more like harm.
My harmony.
Harmony. 11.
9.
I also got a 9.
Hey.
Cass is droning with the group.
If they
Hey,
Venmo
bud.
you $50. If they Venmo you $5.
I got a 7.
Ah, well, 9 is our median there. So it takes you pretty much, if you were going to estimate if the emerald bear started to move right as Bison flew away, about half the time you had to set up all the traps. So you estimate that there may be either close enough to where you could probably see them if you walked a bit, or you have like an hour to half an hour before, if they were running, to like get the rest of you prepared.
Oh shit! You know what? I just realized that Kenren did not relay this information to anyone. Once we get back to the clearing, as long as we're discussing things to be prepared for when they eventually get here, one of them has a bomb. One of them has an explosive of some sort.
Is that the
I
fire?
saw it as I was coming in with Bison for the first time,
What?
which is why I didn't dive bomb him to get the hostages away. Someone there has an explosive device. So another reason to not let them get too close.
Can you douse an explosive? Like, will it still go off?
I would love to not find out.
Yeah.
You can find a way to use it against them.
Oh yeah, airbend it back at them.
I can try.
I can make a little slip and slide. Just have it
Oh yeah, I have mud too. I can I can help with that.
All right. Is there anything any of you want to do during this like hour of prep you have, or left?
I would like to boost morale by doing a little set for my friends.
I want to hear at least two of the jokes out of context.
You have to give us the joke.
Two. They don't have to be interlinking.
This is the season
Just two
finale.
out of context ones. So like maybe one near the beginning and maybe one near the end of the set.
No, I've never prepared for this.
You always want to do it and you never prepare for it. This is the consequence.
I got
You
you.
have to improv comedy.
Hold on.
I'm not good at improv.
Hold on, I got you. Give my phone a look.
Okay.
It's improv comedy.
I'll say around. Okay. I'll say this one at the beginning. Just a basic knock knock joke. And it's just knock knock.
Who's there?
You who? You.
Who?
You who? You who? Anybody home? Basic. Simple. We start simple. And then there's some regular jokes in there. Like, wow, how about the weather? Am I right?
It's raining and thundering.
It's raining. And then at the end, I say this knock knock joke. And it's
Sandwiching with knock knock. Okay.
Is this your comedy set?
I'm just asking.
Anyway,
Where's
knock
everybody?
knock.
Who's
Kim,
there?
First time says who's there.
Radio.
Radio who?
Who?
Radio not. Here I go.
Radio's not a thing yet.
I invented the radio.
That's not till Cora
Radio
era.
has been invented.
This is
so
Rorik's friend Radio. Radio.
Radio.
Yeah.
So far off.
Is Radio another Emerald Bear?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. He's
You just
Any
essentially
recruit?
dropped Industrial Revolution
Rorik?
inventions
No,
into
it's about his friend Radio.
Imperial.
yeah.
This
Okay.
isn't an anachronism.
Traveler.
It was
Oh,
part of the
man.
set. It was part of the set. I tell a story about my friend Radio.
Okay.
who
Radio
like a
is the Emerald
roasting
Bear with the explosive.
Is it like a roasting session for radio or something that you were
Yes.
gonna do?
The
Yeah.
entire middle set was roasting the Emerald Bears, and you gave us the knock-knock jokes.
Fine.
Uh,
I love the websites
Tune in for
Please roll
special
with
one
creativity.
Rick Bass does a tight 10 about the Emerald Bears.
It doesn't matter. I got a 6.
oh, as you finish your set, you hear like slow claps from people you. None of the three who are there.
Kenren was about to, but then here's the other claps. He's like, oh.
Oh.
Hello, collabs.
Walking into the clearing, just slow clapping, having survived the traps you set up. You see, on one side of the clearing is Juro. From the direct opposite side is Dak, and then two other people from another enter. Yes.
See them?
Yeah, you can see they're making their presence known by clapping. So yeah.
Okay.
The two who are entering from essentially the northern part, the three of you don't recognize, but Rorik, you definitely do. As Vehan and I believe Yame is the way you pronounce it.
Yame?
Yame. I've been pronouncing it as Yame in my head.
Yame, yeah.
But that means stop in Japanese.
Perfect.
I kind of like that, yeah.
Where's Radio?
No, you don't. Nobody else is with them. It's just those four. Nobody else. Either none of them came with them, or they all got swept up in the traps.
Great.
So, what I say as I notice them walking up is, I hold my arms out and I go, wow, what did the lettuce say to the celery? Quit stalking us.
Kenren lets out a
Funny as always, Rorik. Funny as always. You see the woman who walked as Vehan. Is speaking. Still slow clapping, but like everyone else has decided to speed up for whatever reason, and she's just still going very, very slow.
Oh.
Bad for me emotionally. Bad for Oz emotionally to think about.
I say, I'm assuming it's Vehan.
Yep.
Vehan, long time no see.
I know, Rorik. I mean, I thought I wouldn't see you again. Weird daggers over at Dak and weird daggers over at Juro.
I was about to. Vehan was another X.
Harem.
No.
White shoes.
Rorik, more like Horik.
Oh, hello.
Rorik, we made these rules together, and I thought you would follow them.
I could have said the same thing to you.
I have followed them. Why do you think I sent those two idiots out to find you?
Listen, we had made these rules together, sure. But the intention has changed. You don't follow the code like we used to. You don't follow it the way we intended it to be.
Yes, I know you dissent with the way that I wanted to run things, and you disagreed, and so you said you were leaving, but we both know that to leave, you have to die, and you're still alive. So either you're still with us, or something has to change.
You know, you speak of change. And you know, that could also apply to the rules.
But these rules never change. Besides, we just gotta make a better world, right?
But what's the point of making a better world if you're not going to be willing to accept change?
But the world has refused to accept change itself.
Are you
It's
gonna
up
do
to
it by
us.
force?
If we have to, you see that she at this point you see that she's sort of like twirling, or she pulls the spear out from behind her and it starts to twirl it.
Tianren just. You know that where you go really stiff to the point where you're like shaking with the tension?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that.
While this is happening,
Oh.
I'm gonna be watching the other ones because I'm afraid of what the fuck they're doing.
Well, you know what, Vehan? The point of having rules is that they're meant to be broken.
That's the full opposite of what they're for. At this point, Rorik, Kianren, and Enya give me rolls of creativity to do our abridged assess the situation. Hey, if you want to. I don't know how much of what you're paying attention to right now.
Yeah, I would assume watching everybody else.
Okay.
I got an 8.
10.
And
Elven.
Evan.
Got a 13.
Cool.
They're
Enya.
rolling hot.
You catch that Juro and Dak are both sort of in offensive stances. Dak is, of course, weaponless. Juro has knives on him. Oh, Dak has your knife tucked into his belt. But he's
course he
full
does.
weapon. But other than that, he's full weaponless. Juro has a bunch of like
Very rude.
Juro has a bunch of like knives and such on him, but nothing else. So no like significantly big weapons. Zay and Rorik easily clock Kianren's diff deal. And the three of you also realize that the two things, one, the spear that Vehan is twirling is very similar to the spear that is now off in the... You went to the clearing, so Bison, who's nearby with the discarded spear there, it's a very similar design. Also, there's like a weird liquid
Can we
dripping.
say I picked up the spear in that like hour of prep?
Sure. Yeah. You can also then easily figure this out, Cameron, as you look at that the Vehan twirling the spear and the spear that you are holding, that it has a weird liquid on it.
Just the one she's holding?
Both. You realize that both of them have the weird liquid on it, but the one that she's holding is far more doused in it than the other one.
Is it bendable?
You
No,
fucker.
it would be a poison.
You bitch, I knew it!
Yeah, but a poison is liquid.
Not water liquid. Well, hold on. Has someone in Avatar bent poison?
Yeah, in the Korra era, they bent poison into her body.
No, that was a type of metal bending because it was a metallic poison.
Oh, true. But someone has bent poison.
That is true.
Could you
yes.
bend the water out of the poison?
That would just leave whatever elements are still there inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't Rorik have done a flush, in a sense?
Oh,
Would the healing affect the poison?
So the water bending healing really pretty much only closes wounds. It doesn't do anything internally.
This is exactly what I feared.
Yeah, it's throughout
That's what
Avatar. The waterbending healing has never done anything internally for someone. It's only ever helped out with like the physical wounds that you can close and stuff like that. Because like Aang's scar is still a whole issue, even with the whole spirit water helping him and all this other stuff. Internally, there's not a lot waterbending can, unless I guess it's bloodbending, in which case there's a different type of thing involved.
So essentially, we have sealed the poison inside of Bison.
Kinda.
Incredible.
On this, the here and now.
But yeah, so you make those connections as she is twirling and speaking to Rourke.
Kenran.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yame also is holding what looks like explosives as well. It's not the same as explosives as the ones you saw earlier. It's a different unknown kind of explosives.
Cool.
Well,
Kenran takes the. Go ahead. No. Kenran takes the spear. So stiff, so shaky off her back. Sees, I assume, the trace amounts of poison.
Yep.
And Bison's blood. Points the spear toward, not like aggressively, just sort of like, do you see this sort of way? The blood on this spear is from a creature who would never do any harm to you, your cause, anyone. Any cause that sees fit to take the life and blood of an innocent creature is an organization that deserves to be broken, and I huck the spear at her.
Give me a roll with. Do you know have you ever thrown spears before?
Probably not, so
Okay.
probably luck.
Passion, push your luck. I was also gonna say because of the whole emotional aspect, maybe passion would be better.
Yeah, passion, probably. That's gonna be 7 plus 2, 9.
Okay, 9. You see she sort of steps to the side. It whizzes past her. Yeah. Yes.
I have experience throwing things. Can I help Kinran in some way?
By either how? Because either you're about to explain in the middle of a possible confrontation how to throw a spear, which might take a bit, or I guess you could just throw the spear yourself.
It's
I
fine.
would
Just let it miss her. Let us start combat.
Okay, so
Okay.
anyway, it whizzes past her, and she says,
And I don't want you marking a fatigue when we're gonna go into this.
I guess that's
I will admit, it wasn't my intention that the beast get hit with my spear. I couldn't see very well with what was happening, and so I threw. But you know, sacrifices have to happen.
You're one to talk.
What do y'all do now?
Enter fucking combat.
Let's discuss amongst yourselves. I'll figure out what those four are doing.
I think Kenran is blinded with rage and is going to advance an attack.
I think that sounds fair.
How far away is everyone?
I'm going to.
Compared to me and
I'm going to say, for the sake of the fact that I had them walk out of the trees, and also you went back to the clearing where Bison is. They are like on top of the hills that you made as you're down near the valley area.
no, they have the high ground.
So,
It's over.
I'm going to say 30 feet.
Wait, Megan, shift the high ground.
Whoop.
I'd say like 30 feet away.
Possible.
I'll say Vehan and Yame are 30 feet away. Dak and Juro are 60 feet away on the full sides. So 30 in front, 60 to each side.
Josh,
Yes.
remind me about like for the rolls. If I roll what certain number can I do a learned?
If you roll 10 and up on your stance, whichever one it ends up being, you can use mark one fatigue to use one learn technique. So if I believe the shields are all defend and maneuver, so if you roll a 10 and up on defend and maneuver, you can mark 1 fatigue to use the learn.
And Josh, how do we get them from learn to practice?
You
And then how
use
do we
them once
upgrade
in
them?
combat, and then it becomes
Ooh.
practiced. And then from practiced, it's a certain random sort of set of requirements. Either if it's taught to you by someone, they'll explain it, or because we've been using scrolls, just whenever I feel it needs another requirement within having used.
Sick.
Oop. All right, let's rock it. All right, so we head into combat. Everyone rolling with. Oh yeah, did you finish discussing amongst yourselves?
Did we begin discussing amongst ourselves?
No, you just kind of asked me a
I'm
bunch of
advancing
questions.
and attacking.
Yes, Morgan.
I was gonna say to butt in. I did defending and maneuvering. That's
Okay.
what I was gonna do.
Defense and attack, defend and maneuver.
Defend and maneuver.
Defend and maneuver.
I'm advancing and attacking.
Advance and attack. All right. Vehan and Yame are advancing and attacking. The other two, Dak and Juro, are defending and maneuvering. Those defending and maneuvering. Roll. With focus.
Except for me.
Oh. Well, that's a 10.
Hilariously, one of them got 2 1s and the other got double 6s.
Oh,
All right, that's
12?
literally a 12.
one of them sucks. One of them rips.
All right. So 10 and up means mark 1 fatigue to use a learn technique or use a practice technique, or you can use 2 different mastered or basic techniques.
Damn.
Mark 1 or learn technique.
2 different masters, right?
Yeah, you can do either 2 different mastered or 2 different mastered or basic. Yep.
Okay. I want to do earth armor
Okay.
around myself, and then also, can I put a wall up, like the wall of perfection behind?
Yeah. Where is it going?
What's her name? The main
Oh,
person.
Vehan?
Vehan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do a wall
Yep.
behind,
Just behind
her?
her. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Morgan.
I think I'm gonna do the classic combo of. I'm actually not gonna do my fiery wall of breath or my flame shield. I'm gonna do the classic combination of retaliate and lure.
Ooh.
Come get me, bro.
Okay. Dak runs forward, trips, falls flat on his face. Juro seizes a position and then is also getting ready to retaliate. Anyone
Damn,
advancing
you
and
dated
attacking?
this man, Cass?
What?
Anyone?
Damn, Rorik, you dated this man?
Yes.
I was gonna say, as he trips, like I see him trip and fall, I'm like, haha, that's stupid.
All right. Advancing and attacking. Roll with passion.
I have so much passion in my heart. So does Azula. 'cause she was shut up.
no! I rolled so well this time.
Of course you
Josh,
did.
stop.
Put the dice away. You're not using those anymore.
Dice jail. Immediately.
Put them in the dunce cap.
What? Why? They did good for me. I'm just kidding. Yes,
No.
Cass.
Four.
Oh, if you want, you can shift your. Although you don't probably don't want to do that. Okay. Oz, what'd you get?
I'm advancing and attacking. Is that?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
passion.
right.
That's what we're doing
I got
now.
Yeah, sorry. I got a 10 plus 2.
All right.
12.
You can mark 1 fatigue to use your learn technique. You can use your practice technique, or you can use 2 different basic or master.
I'm gonna mark a fatigue. And I'm going to Cannonball Vehan.
Ooh.
Is it? What is it? What's the name?
Which one?
The bitch that speared Bison.
Behan.
Okay, great. Cannonball. Advance and attack. Rush forward with the might of the wind behind you and crash into a foe. Mark 1 fatigue, so I'm marking 2 fatigue because it's learned.
Right.
To target a foe you aren't currently engaged with, 30 feet away, and rush at them. You become engaged with them
And can inflict a
and
condition.
inflict a condition on them.
Cool. Oh, that's so hilarious.
It doesn't say if I choose or not.
The condition? No, it's just they choose the one that's appropriate.
Cool.
Uh,
So I'm basically hitting this bitch as hard as I can
here comes the
with my body. Spear didn't work. Boom! I'm the spear now.
All right. So, like I said, Dak and Juro start to rush in from the sides. Dak trips, falls. Juro gets closer. As Zay creates her armor around herself, and Enya gets ready for what is to come. Rorik, you are sort of still figuring out like where everyone's going. There's your two X's on either side of you. There's your old friend in the front of you. There, Yame hasn't said anything at all. And you just also discovered that Bison's poisoned.
Rorik's not doing okay.
Rorik's just full out of it right now.
This is a bad day.
As Cameron shoots for... Oh, yeah, Oz, what's your... Oh, no, it's your learn. So you don't get someone. Yeah. So
now I just moved it to practice.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So Cameron cannonballs forward, literally, into Vehan, knocking them over, and you get to where you have the high ground. But during that time, because there's a turn the tables move for Vehan, she's able to sort of roll and still have the high ground as you knock into her. Condition, of course.
Condition does she take?
Angry. Easy.
Yeah, fair.
Straight to the target with fatigue. Okay. Oz, you as you get resettled, you are going to take 2 fatigue as you feel the spear slice your arm, not through it, but like glancing below again.
Yeah.
And you become impaired.
Okay, what does that mean for me?
Impaired is a status in which you're off mark 1 fatigue or take -2 to all physical actions.
Mark 1 fatigue or
take -2 to all of the physical actions that you do.
Gee, I wonder what I'm gonna fucking do.
As you feel a little bit of like the poison start to infect your bloodstream. Not too bad.
Cool.
Yeah, Yame starts to tinker with stuff and then throws what makes like a huge blinding flash. So here's what do and they anyone who sees it, which I guess would be everyone except for Cameron, who's moved, is now stunned. Which means you're caught off guard. You can't act in response for a few seconds or until you steady yourself. Or / until you steady yourself.
How does one steady yourself?
It just takes a few seconds. You just sort of like... Yeah, narratively, it just gives them an extra chance to do something. But, yeah. Cameron's fine. The 3 of you are just kind of like... Can't see for a sec. Reorienting.
Is that our whole turn?
That is the end of the combat exchange. So we're now out of combat. unless you want to go straight back into another one.
Is going to say a knock knock joke.
Give me a roll for creativity. Not for the joke. You're currently blinded, so
Funny, knock knock, who's there? I gotta wait. Roll with what?
creativity. Yeah.
I got an 11.
11? Okay, so yeah, you still are able to stay facing where you need to be to tell the joke and it be accurate. If it was low enough, you were just gonna like plop to the ground and say it. All right. Anyone else have anything they want to do? No? All right, moving on. Next combat exchange. Those of you with stun condition, I'm gonna say you have to hit the 10 and up.
Okay.
Great.
This is just for this one round. So discuss about what you might want to do.
Wait, what's happening?
It's another combat exchange, and it. So, Rorik, Enya, and Zay, because of the stunned, if you want to do anything, you have to roll 10 and higher.
Okay. Okay, Josh. Okay. Okay.
Hey, bud,
Just
how
for
you
this
doing?
one round, it's fine.
Okay.
Uh,
Hey, bud,
it
how are
was
you?
it was just a
Rorik is advancing attacking.
You know what? For full transparency's sake, I just went from 0 fatigue to 5.
Ooh.
Oof.
So you know what? I'm gonna do the strategic thing and advance and attack this bitch.
All right. Enya and Zay.
I have a question. Josh, if
Yes.
it's a basic move, how do I know what it is?
The basics are the three that are the anyone can do the for a defended maneuver. It's the ready, retaliate, seize a position, advance attack. It's strike, pressure, smash. It's the one on the sheet that's not connected to your character sheet.
Oh, okay. I think I'm on the wrong.
Wait, I forgot. I might change my answer.
If I wanted to crumble the wall, like, is she still in range of that?
Yeah, I mean,
If I wanted to bring it down on top of her.
you would also be bringing it down on top of Kienren.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Is there any way I could avoid that? Could I only
Take me with her.
They're currently technically
We're
engaged.
grappling? Okay.
Yeah, grappling kind of together. Yeah.
Okay, well, just kidding.
No, it's worth it.
It's not. I don't want to murder someone that's not a butt.
Maybe Kenren's a butt.
Maybe. I don't think so.
No.
I guess advance and attack.
Okay.
I think I'm also gonna advance and attack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dak is gonna get up off the freaking ground, and everyone else is gonna advance and attack. So, anyone defending and maneuvering? No, everyone's advancing and attacking. Cool. Let's roll.
Passion, right?
Yes, with passion.
Total
10.
again.
Just 10.
Cool.
9.
Oh.
Buddy.
Rorik.
I'm guessing it's less than 10.
Yeah. I got an 8.
Oh.
The
Kienren.
less than 10 club.
Can I give one of them my 10?
No.
Well, worth a shot.
So Zay and Kianren either mark one fatigue to use a learn technique, use your practice technique, or use 2 basic or master different basic.
Okay. I want to throw an Earth Gauntlet at her face.
At Rayhan's face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're grappling, but their faces aren't like pressed together,
Yeah,
right?
no, they're not like together. They're facing off right now. Just there's
Right.
enough of a gap to where the wall would have hit both of them, but you can pinpoint.
Okay. Yeah, Earth Gauntlet just directly at her face.
Okay, Oz.
Remind me. Strike, press, smash. Which one takes away one of their things?
Pressure.
Okay. I'm gonna do pressure.
Okay.
And does strike or smash hurt them more?
Smash inflicts a status, while strike inflicts fatigues or condition. But you would have to take fatigue to do either of them, so you would be marking a condition either way.
Well, I'm gonna do pressure and I'm gonna do strike.
Okay. So did you want? Okay, so yeah, you're gonna strike the issues. Okay, cool. So the bad news.
Mhm.
As Zay throws an Earth Gauntlet straight at Vehan's face, and Kianren is able to.
I'm
gonna say-
just punching her.
Okay, you're gonna punch. I was gonna say like an air slash into
No,
Vehan.
angry
Full
punching.
Full punch. So 2 different kinds of fists hitting Vehan. Vehan, of course, taking hit up against the wall. Vehan didn't roll well. The other 2, however, Juro throws a dagger, and Enya, you're gonna mark 2 fatigue as it sinks into your shoulder.
It's not my dagger, is it?
No, this is from Juro, not because Dak just got up. That's all.
Okay.
On the other side, Yame starts to craft. Well, pulls out something 2 things they've already crafted, and throws them. And everyone is going to take 4 fatigue or 2 conditions. If you can't
Nope.
take past that,
No. Nope.
it's giant explosions.
Josh,
No.
What?
put the dice away.
Hold on.
Oh my
What did you?
Name
Okay,
her.
what did you just do with the explosions?
2 giant explosions thrown at the 3. I guess technically everybody, but like.
Can I mark 3 fatigue and I guess mark 1 condition?
Hold on. Don't do anything. I have things.
Moment of balance.
I have potentially other things. Okay, this is my moment of balance.
Take it away, Oz. Moment of balance. Let's go.
The explosions start to explode, and then time freezes. Time freezes. There's very, very in this. It seems like a slow motion vortex of air around the scene. The wolf spirit appears. Everyone else is frozen except Kenren. Kenren looks to the wolf. And asks, have I been doing the right thing to save my people? The wolf kind of looks around and nods to Kenren's friends. Kienren asks, is there anything more I can do to help the air nomads to save them from their fate? The wolf shakes his head no. Kienren looks around and asks, is there anything I can do to help my friends? The wolf nods. The swirling winds turn into start glowing with starlight and turn into sort of like wolf shapes in the wind. It looks like running wolves. And the spinning vortex starts to speed up and get smaller and smaller. Kienren grabs Veihan and holds her so close. And Kienren shrinks the area of explosion so that all of the heat and pressure is in a small ball surrounding Veihan and herself. And time unfreezes and the explosion all goes off in the small ball.
For anyone unclear, Oz has used the so you sacrifice.
So none of you take any of the damage. And I'm also using my moment of balance to meet my fate.
For those of you who don't know, the Meet Your Fate is the final track on the Destiny track. It's literally Meet Destiny and Fate.
Reading from the book, Meet Your Fate. Your destiny arrives and you are changed utterly by it. If you survive in human form, which, no, change playbooks.
What everyone else sees as the explosion, what everyone sees as the explosion goes off, and what's left is Kienren lying on the ground, and Veihan also lying on the ground. Veihan fully out, gone. Second killing of this series. And Kienren is holding on for at least a little bit longer. As the rest of the Emerald Bear just kind of runs off.
They're chased off by the wind wolves.
That works too. You see the wind, the shape of the wind turns into like wolves, and it scatters the rest of the Emerald Bear. Your left.
You can scatter them to the edges if you still want to fuck them up. Cass, you seem...
I think they're more distressed by the fact that you just offed your...
Well, it happens.
Anyone want to say any last things to Kienren as they are slowly fading out?
I mean, I feel like we're one towards them, right?
You'll all be surrounding Kienren.
Kienren has some like shaky breathing happening. Looks up to Enya and says, "You are more than the product of your father, and you have proven that time and time again. Don't forget that." Zay and says, "Never lose your sense of beauty in the world, no matter how cold and hard it seems. never lose your ability to see the warmth and the good in people. And Cameron looks to Rorik, doesn't say anything, shakily lifts her hand, spits in it. It's all blood, and grabs Rorik's hand to shake it, and her hand goes limp, and that is the end of Cameron.
You all watch as Cameron's eyes glaze over, and suddenly you hear off in the distance a loud howl, and out of Bison, sort of behind everyone, you see a starry wolf, also made of wind, sort of come out of Bison, slowly prod its way over to Cameron's body, and you see all the bandages that they've been wrapped up in,
Unfurl.
unfurl, disintegrate. It was an explosion. And you can see the full scars on Cameron's body, the wolf, and everything, as you suddenly see a starry form of Cameron pull out of their body. Look at each of you. Nods or waves. And gets onto the back of the giant starry wolf bison and is whisked away to join the rest of the spirits. That's the end of the threat, I guess. It's just the three of you now standing there.
Could we do a group hug like we did last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You all wrap into a
Star
nice,
Kienren comes in for the hug.
nice group hug as camera pans up to the night sky. The storm has stopped. The stars are out. And we zoom out and back into let's head to, because I think I can't throw it to Cass immediately because Cass is so much in distress right now. We're gonna cut to what Zay's up to. We're gonna say this is X amount of years down the line. We'll say like 10 years down the line.
Mm-hmm. Zay completely left the Star Terra like group and all of it, and she just went off to live a quiet life in the Earth Kingdom, exploring silently and writing like journals and histories of people she meets and places she goes. But she pretty isolated after all of that.
Enya.
Well, I feel like Enya definitely does not want to be in the Fire Kingdom, Fire Nation anymore, especially because the murder is on her hands. I think that Enya tries to go find Kalita at some point, and they have an encounter, and she kind of tries to explain to Kalita why she left, and that trying to sway Kalita, I'm assuming, away from the idea of, their father had, and eventually takes Kalita under her wing. I have another part that I want to add, but I want to hear what Rorik's side is first, and then I'll add it.
Shoot to Rorik.
Revenge on this group for killing for all of this. And then eventually meets back up with Enya. After dealing with their unfinished business. Which I will not say how that ends, but it's dealt with somehow, some way.
We
And
both committed murder.
I'm going to pan into a wedding scene for Rorik and yeah. With I'm gonna say Zay officiates because that sounds fun.
Oh,
Yeah, I would say that's like the first time Zay has been around like people that she cares about in a long time. Otherwise, she off in the wilderness.
Can we have two things. One, I want Kai in a little bow tie. And
as you
two,
said, correct.
you know how at some weddings they have like pictures of people who have passed? I don't think photography has been invented in the
Painting
Avatar
is
universe,
invented though.
Painting has.
but I feel like a painting of Kienren and Bison is gonna be there.
One better. This you as you're saying your vows and such, both of you and Zay see sort of in the back of the crowd, the starry astral forms of both Kienren and Wolf Bison. And then we fade off to the Southern Water Tribe, where we see Scoots and Scoops as an old married couple. They have a bunch of little tiny Scoots and Scoopses all around them. And we finally fade away. And that is the end of Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes Arc 2, the Roku Era. We will see you all next time in the 100 Years War. Thank you to my wonderful storytelling friends, Oz, Morgan, Cass, and Megan. I, of course, have been Josh, your GM. I feel like I forgot to say that this was our final session for this arc at the beginning of the episode. But hey, we got there eventually. Oz.
Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and hit the bell for notifications. Leave a comment down below. Just telling someone you love them. And be sure to subscribe when we come back for the next season of Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes Arc 3.
See you then.
worth
What?
So,
What I hear? Worse what?
how's everyone doing?
My God.
Yeah, I don't remember how the session ended.
Oh god.
I
Oh
watched-
god, I'm doing the recap!
Listen, Aya got shamed last season for almost killing that guy, but this time we committed actual murder.
Yeah, we're working our ways up. So it was
Actually, it's
Almost murder, one murder.
war
Patricide,
crimes, because we're gonna be in 100 Years War next. So war crimes,
great.
Into-
What was after that?
mass murder, and then serial killer. That's the whole string there. So almost murder, war crime, mass murder, serial killer.
I'm rewriting my season 5 character as we speak.
We went with really shocking trauma at the end of last session to a really nice, heartwarming trauma, if that's a thing. Hey, Megan, the
Heartwarming
psychology
trauma.
married, is that a thing?
No. No, it's not.
Josh, put your scheme hands away.
You've schemed enough.
These are the Game Master hands, as I saw at one point, because like literally everyone who does GMing does
true.
this. I'm trying to think of who it was in which series that said something about an air sword.
Your sword.
Do you remember what I'm talking about? Where it's just the hand. Oh, it's Aang. He's like, here's just a handle, and I'll make like a blade out of air that'll just funnel through it.
Kienren throws herself into the punji pit.
No.
Sorry, I
I'm
didn't
not
hear that.
gonna help boost morale for you guys ever again.
No.
No.
Well, no, you're not, because this is the final session.
Rourke will be dead next season.
Even
Okay.
I have. Never
Yes.
mind.
No.
Never mind.
No, go ahead. If you want to do a thing, go ahead.
I had an interesting idea, but I don't think it'll work. So
You could pitch it.
no.
This is the pitch meeting. Oh.
Hop back into the moment and cast like, I use my Mona balance to kiss and
It's
Hello,
the
Matt?
it's the whole makeout scene in the middle of the war where you're like, just go.
oh, they're in the rain.
There's time.
It's like that
This is
scene
time
from Pirates
sensitive.
of the Caribbean when they're on the ship and they're like, just get married. Oh.
And there's death all around them. It's like, you guys need to start moving.